G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and we've finally done it guys. The replay mod is working just fine for 1.17, so we have updated the world. I'm getting stuck in a corner here, and right now is the first time I've logged on with the new world, and what we're going to do is go straight to a new area and start gathering resources. I like to have lots and lots of goodies in my chest here, ready to go for whenever I get an idea. I can just go and build it. And you can see I'm already pressing the wrong buttons trying to open chests, because another thing is I'm hoping this will break my Valheim addiction. I've been playing too much of that, but now I've got lots and lots of work to do in this game. And hopefully updating has not broken my storage system. You remember ages ago I did, wasn't a Dystopia video, but it was just a video of my item sorter here. Let's get around the back where we can see a bit better. Just explaining how the thing worked and giving a world download for it. I found with this thing, it tended to break after every single update, and all I had to do was break a few droppers and replace them and it'd work again. But I went through this and completely redid the storage system, so it's just this kind of design now. So it didn't break on the last update. Hopefully it won't break on this one. And if you want it, my last Dystopia episode that I did a world download for should have the new storage system in it if you feel like copying it. But let's stop talking about that. We've got more exciting things to do. So when I get where I'm going, the first thing I'm going to be doing is some mining. Or at least I imagine that's what I'm going to be doing. So I've got stuff for a beacon, stuff for torches, some ladders to get down deep, and portal building stuff and some end rods, because we're not going to go overland. We are going to just go to the roof of the nether and pick a spot, make a portal, and hope it doesn't appear somewhere terrible. Okie doke. Here we are. So I've got two paths so far. That one goes off to one of my guardian farms, and that one's the trading hall in the Mushroom Island. I'm guessing that I'm just going to go straight ahead, and I might as well mark these out. This is a little bit annoying. I'm going to leave an end rod every second block, but join me again in about 2 minutes and we'll see where we end up. Okay, that is only about 2 stacks of end rods, but I think that will probably do us. Let's do the portal right here. I don't know if I'm going to be outside of areas I've already been. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my coordinates here so I can take a screenshot of that, just so I don't know where the portal is going to appear on the other side. And the last thing I want to do is go through this now, and then when I try and come back, not appear on the roof of the nether, but down there, and have to find my way back to my base. Which direction is that anyway, just in case it does happen? I have to go west if that happens. Okay, let's get moving. I don't even know if it's daytime or nighttime on the other side. We might actually get my potion ready to go just in case. Alright, let's jump through. This is always a little bit scary. And it's nighttime. Lovely. We have a fox to protect us. It does seem like a pretty good area, though. I don't think I need to be messing around here at night. Let's just... do I have a bed on me? I do, but there's a creeper. Alright, I might just quickly go back to base. Ah, no, we're not. We are not going back to base. Okay. What? That is a rarity? Okay, this is much nicer. They're all burning up, apart from the creepers that I won't be able to see. Now the question is, have I ever been to this area before? I didn't go that far on the roof of the nether, so we're just going to get a little bit of height here. I don't really know what I'm looking for unless I see an azalea tree. I won't know until I start digging down, but certainly doesn't really look that familiar. But what we're going to do now is just dig straight down and find out if any of this stuff is brand new. I've hit cobblestone absolutely straight away. What is going on? Is it just lava, or could this actually be something a little bit different? It's probably just... Oh, we've hit a spawner! Oh, wow! That's cool. And we are going to do it the brave Cortez way. Don't worry, I'm not being a coward. I just really like the idea of having a spawner so close to the surface here that you can see it from above. So I'm just going to dig out a little area and let the sunshine take care of these guys. Oh wow, I never would have found this. It is not connected to anything. Well, unless I could see the cobblestone from the cave system on the outside. That is super cool. I am no closer to figuring out if we're in a new area though. Is there any new kind of goodies in there? No, there's not. Okay, let's just get out of here and pick another area to dig in. And we might use this for something later on. Oh well, that's great. Let's just get down here and see what's going on. Go away. I really didn't want to be mucking around with caves at the moment. Maybe I've got enough blocks so I can just plug up all these gaps. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh! That's new. That's got to be new. Alright, maybe we will light up a bit of this area and we'll come back to that. What is that? Is that copper? I keep pressing the wrong buttons again. We are in a new area, guys. We're in a little dangerous spot at the moment, but that's okay. Let's clean up this area. I'm going to start digging away. And yeah, this will be fun. This will give me something to do rather than playing non-stop Valheim all day. So the plan had been to do some mining, but the Minecraft gods have decided that I would be doing caving instead. So I came down my ladder and ended up in the huge cave system, but as you can see here, I did attempt a little bit of mining, but at every turn I kept running into more caves, and I didn't actually mine that because I want to find the geodes and get some amethyst and all of those goodies. And I know you can get them out in the ocean pretty easily, but I figured I've got that skeleton spawner just above me. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to find one right here, make a farm, and also have the Skilly farm right there ready to go? But haven't found one as yet. I figured the caves would be the best way to find them, but yeah, haven't stumbled across any. And one thing I haven't done yet is have a little play around with these new iron pieces and make some blocks out of that. But the really cool thing is, because I've got my iron farm, I have got more iron than I can ever use. I've got about another 7 double chests, all full of that. So every time I've mined up iron ore, I have kept it, and I've got a shulker box full of it right there. So I've got a huge supply of this raw iron all ready to go. So that was pretty lucky. I figured I might keep this as a building block one day rather than smelt it, and now it is going to be super useful. But let's have a look at what I did find. So I got a bunch of this tough stuff, which I actually kind of like this block. I wish there was a lot more of it available, but that's a fair bit. And I decided to go for a fly around the ocean to look for a geode. I couldn't see any up in the air, but I did find a ship and get some moss blocks, so that is very important. Found some glow squid ink, that was cool, and some dripstone. And all of these are interesting. I'm pretty sure I am not going to break down any of these blocks, because they might come in handy, like especially this one. This what is it called? Deepslate with the coal ore. That is an interesting looking block. I think that would mix in nicely with some of the deepslate and some of the blackstone. So it's going to be a nightmare for my storage system, all these new blocks, and I'll probably never use most of them, but they are interesting. But yeah, the big thing is deepslate. I've got a ton of that, and I started mucking around with the crafting and getting all the different goodies. So I think we need to go test out some of these new materials. Let's go build something, and it looks like it is the deepslate that I am going to be playing with.
chance to run, leave behind the said and done, figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for. Gotta get ahead of something more. So I think I found a new way out, way beyond a shadow of doubt.
I nearly gave up. I nearly did. I was down in that cave system for hours and hours, but we finally got lucky. So right here below me is the skeleton spawner, and I found the correct passage over to some amethyst geodes. You can't see one of the pillars there. There it is. It's hidden behind the beacon beam, but all 4 of them are little amethyst things inside of an abandoned mineshaft. And that's really cool because we can harvest the amethyst there, and I sort of have to AFK in this area to let it regrow. And it's close enough to my spawner that I can hang out here, get some bones while they are growing back. At least I think it's close enough. So this bit is really cool. These 3 are so close together, and the other one is just over there. It's not too far away, but yeah, I think we will link that up as well. So, like I said, it's an abandoned mineshaft down here. It's a tiny bit dangerous. I've lit up most of it, I think. But now we've got to start doing a little bit of infrastructure. I've got to do some mining to start with. I'm going to harvest everything I can out of these geode things and then leave the blocks in place that will regrow these crystals. Oh, I've already been at this for hours, but yeah, we've definitely got a bit more to go. Alrighty, let's have a look at our Japanese watchtower up on the hill. Before we do though, I just mentioned I have thrown the shaders on because the Japanese area always looks so good in the shaders, and I'm still using a 1.14 version of Silda's shaders. I like it a lot better than the current versions, but it's starting to get old, so you can see a little bit of pixelation in the clouds up there. The newer versions don't have that. And then a lot of the newer flowers don't wave in the breeze, so it's I won't be able to use this version forever, unfortunately, but I think we can still struggle through. So my inspiration for this, even though it is based on a Japanese watchtower, my inspiration actually came from Burma. So my wife's from Burma, and she's shown me these photos of temples rising up out of the jungle, and I just thought it looked so cool, and I would love to do the same sort of thing in the area around my Japanese area here, because I am starting to run out of places to build. Can we land on the roof? Have we got enough energy? Yes, we do. Yes, starting to run out of places to build down there, so I thought it'd be cool just to have some little builds poking out of the trees all around this place. I think that would look awesome. But anyway, let's have a look at our new tower, and you can see I've used the Deepslate here up on the roof. I think this is my new favourite roofing block. I still like the Blackstone, but yeah, the Deepslate does look super cool. So I've just nuzzled, that's the word. I've nuzzled this in amongst the trees, and you can see I've used a very similar type of wood here. So I've got the stripped spruce, and I've kept using spruce, so it kind of looks weird, but what I wanted is from a distance that it just looks like a simple wooden watchtower, but as you get a bit closer, you start to get all the details. Let's see if we can find the front door, and I'll get a better view of this in a little bit. So we've got more deep slate down here, and then on the inside it is pretty simple. It's just a ladder straight up the middle. Got a little room here with a couple of windows, but all we're doing is coming right up the top here, and it is actually a really good spot for a watchtower. We can see absolutely everything around here. It is pretty awesome. Let's go look at this tower in a creative world. So here we can get a much better look at it. So yeah, you can see I've used the same sort of wood. So like I said, from a distance, just looks like a simple wooden tower. But as we come in here, there are a lot more details. I've got the brown mushroom blocks in there just for a little bit of difference. But yeah, I really like this thing. It's simple, but it is super cool. And you can see I had a bunch of versions here. So these are all slightly different heights and slightly different shaped roofs. Just playing around over and over until I found something that I liked. So that was the one I went with in the end. So I think I could definitely build a few more of these just scattered around the Japanese area. And all I could do is just pick one of the other ones. So maybe a little bit taller, a little bit shorter, different roof, mix up some of the materials, and we could have a whole bunch of these. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And back over here at my geodes under the ground that I've been playing with. Now, I sort of contemplated whether or not I should tell you this because it makes me look really stupid. But because I give out world downloads, people were going to find out anyway. My 3 geodes right here. It's not 3. I approached one from 2 different sides and marked it twice, but in my defense, it was massive. So we actually only have 3 geodes in this area, and I haven't done anything with that one yet. And I was measuring the distance from this one over to my skeleton spawner. And I'm not sure if this one's going to be loaded because it relies on the random ticks to grow the amethyst. And you have to be within 8 chunks, a cylinder of 8 chunks, and that is right on the edge of it. So I think I will test it at a later date before I do anything with the Skelly farm. Let's go for a wander. Okay, so my original idea was to automate these, even though a lot of people say it's kind of useless because you have redstone running absolutely everywhere. I wanted to harvest this with pistons. And my idea for doing the redstone was to actually use leaf blocks. So if you have an observer block facing a leaf block, if you then push a log into it, the leaf block will say, hey, I'm connected to a log, and send a signal through the observer. So all my redstone was going to be with leaf blocks. But I didn't do it because I can imagine you doing it in these small geodes. But the one next door is not small. This one is absolutely massive, so instead of automating it, I've gone for this design where you fill the entire thing with water. Let's see if I can swim down to the middle. Here we go. Yeah, fill the entire thing with water so I can basically just fly around here. And then we have a pick with Fortune 3 and no efficiency. That way I'm very unlikely to break one of these blocks because it takes a little while. So I can just run around here and harvest with Fortune 3. And you can see with a piston, you only get 2 when you break one of them. With the Fortune 3, I just got 12 amethyst. So, yep, it's a little bit annoying that I've got to harvest manually. But, yeah, I think this was the only way to go. I don't know how I would rig up the pistons for this one. And, of course, just buried underneath there, I have a heart of, well, not the heart of the sea, what do you call them, conduits? Yeah, conduits, so I can see nice and easy in here and I'm able to breathe underwater. So yeah, that's what I've done. And why not do the intro under the water here as I'm slowly sinking? Let's see if I can finish before I reach the bottom. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Cortezerino, and I will see you later.